Welcome to the show. This will be the last night that I'm covering for Andy, but we just got to look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it, baby.
He is in the house. Cruising down the road, bumping bass, feel the thrill. Subwoofers banging hard, yeah, we're making a scene. Windows down, hair flying, got the vibe, what a chill. Lights flashing bright, we're in a bass machine. With pretty ladies hanging tight inside this rolling show. Every car statement, yeah, we own this night. Let it flow. Get loud, turn it up to shake the ground. Get loud, feel the music all around. Get loud, yeah. Get loud, drop the bass on the crowd. Get low, get down, let it hit the ground. Turn it up, smell the smoke in the air. Crank it up all the way, like I just don't care. Throw that hair. Feel the beat, feel the drive. Let that guitar feel alive. Bass pounding down the line. Move your body, breaks the time. Let it shake, let it roll. Kick drums echo in your soul. Deep vibrations, take control. Feel the music, make it whole. Get loud, turn it up to shake the ground. Get loud, feel the music all around. Get loud, yeah. Get loud, get loud, get loud, get loud, get
What is up, my friends? What is up? We are here tonight to discuss all that is bass, and we got some cool stuff in the news. Well, it's my news because I don't be following everybody else's news. I got my own damn news. And we got Adrian Fonseca. Adrian Fonseca in the house. Yo, what's up? What is up to you, my friend? Franco Quaid is in the house. He says, hey, he got a little hand. He waving his hand. Guess what, guys? So you all know that I had to respond to Bass Addict 91's video where he hit a 150.5 on the glass and a legal scenario. We had his door open, like I have my door open too, but he had a legal setup on the glass, everything with about the same setup I'm running, except he don't have the subs and he has a different amp, but he has the same size amp, same size subs, and a blow through the truck. Anyway, he hit this number, which is incredibly good, especially considering he's running 4 cheap Hayanka subs. Bayside at 91, hit a 150.5, and I felt I had, because see, I had uploaded a video not long ago about my big number. I had a big, it was like it was a 149.7. I hit a 150, hit a 151.1, I think, in the kick panel, but not on the glass. So I had to upload a video, right? I had to do it again because now he had done challenged me. He didn't challenge me. Let me get this straight. He didn't officially say, hey, car audio enthusiast, they eat this. He didn't do any of that, right? But I felt that energy. I felt that energy, guys. I had to bring my game up a little bit just to meet him somewhere on the path. You know what I'm saying? To meet him on the battlefield, even though he don't know he's on a battlefield. And I did this. You guys saw the last. Well, it ain't the last video uploaded, but it's a couple of videos I upload all the time. So it ain't no like a week ago video. This is something that just happened. Anyway, I got a 151.5, I think it was, on the glass on 30 hertz. And I got a 149.6 or 7, I think it was 6, 149.6 on the glass on 26 hertz. Yeah, I think that's pretty what I did. Anyway, that that all brings me full circle back to here. See, we done went around the pond and now we're back at the fishing spot. So here's the thing. That test and all the tests I've done leading up to this point have been done on the stock alternator, which is not supposed to, it's supposed to be like a high output alternator, but it was a cheap Chinese high output. I don't think it's doing more than stock. But anyway, we're just going to call it a stock alternator. It was doing it on that, charging that on the vehicle's charging system, and off of my Trunk Thunder Lithium. Today, I got the high output alternator put back up. So now the high output alternator is handling the Trunk Thunder Lithium. So I got the GP, the Team GP 370 is handling the Trunk Thunder Lithium. And then the Chinese one is running the vehicle. Got them separated. So we got our voltage back up. We're sitting up in there pretty at like 14.8, 14.9, right up in the top of the range that Trunk Thunder Lithium bank that I have will handle. The base is going to happen, guys, tomorrow. I'm dropping it. We're going to drop it again, and we're going to see how high we can get. And, guys, if you haven't been to a show, if you're anywhere near Springfield, Missouri, you need to come on down because on Sunday, this Sunday, we're having a show at Carmel Car Audio. Great family environment, wonderful place to come. And you can check out Carmel's shop and all the stuff he has to offer. Meet his staff and all of my friends, and enjoy. Check out my ride and all my friends' rides and other people in the area that are going to be there. Check out them all. Get yourself a demo. Get some wind in your face. Blow your hair around. Lose your keys in the car because that's what happens. I pick up lighters and crap all the time out of cars because people get in there and their stuff falls out of their pockets and on my seat and then down on the floor. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a bass thing. And as we know, we got a bass on, baby. So let's go over to the comments and let's look and see what is happening in the comments. Adrian said, if it's too loud, then you're too old. I 100% agree. And I'm going to tell you, I got bass head friends that are in their 70s and 80s, guys. So I don't even think it's that. If it's too loud, you're too boring. Because that's what it is. Bobby Burkett says, why? Why, Bobby B? I don't know why. You tell me why, my friend. You made the claim. I like that, though. If it's too loud, you're too old. Jay says, I don't know. What is that? What is that thing you have? What did you do? Oh, it's a couple of cheers. I get it. Yeah. It's very small, and my old man eyes have a hard time. All I see is a little yellow blob. But, hey, we all know what it is. Big Mike's in the house. Big Mike said, whoop, whoop. Hell yeah, man. Best talk show ever besides Johnny Carson and David Letterman. Both of them two were like the king and the queen. I guess David would be the queen. But besides those two cats who I grew up on, Arsenio Hall had the bomb show of that. Nobody else has gotten close. In fact, he may have been better than them two, but I grew up on Johnny and Dave, so it is what it is. But yeah, Arsenio Hall had a great show with the dogs and the crowd barking. He pumped everybody up. What a wonderful show and a wonderful guy. Arsenio fans, man, go ahead and drop it in the comments and show your age, baby, because that's what's up. Bobby B. El Fuego said, Bobby B for the win. Bobby B. Bobby B is an awesome individual, guys. If you don't know him, you need to Google Bobby B and send him a message. Send him a card. Send him a Valentine's card. Send him with a big old heart on the front, and that way you can freak his wife out. El Fuego says Truck Thunder is on my wish list. Man, I can't see. You said it right there. Fantastic value, guys. I mean, the amount of power and the amount of authority and just performance that you get out of that bank is so crazy compared to the price you're paying. You can pay twice that and still not get that much performance and that much reliability and solidness. It's just a great freaking lithium bank. Man, he does a fanatical good job building those things. Jay said, weather's been crazy. Yeah, it's been crazy everywhere, bro. It's been crazy all the way over in Kansas. I got a couple of friends out that way that had the same. They had a freak hailstorm, and it was like 85 degrees one day and like below freezing the next. And they had this freak hailstorm that came through, and it piled up hail like it looked like 2 or 3 inches of hail just completely covering everything. Just some really crazy weather out there too. So it ain't just Missouri, man. Down here where I am, Team Chevy says, down here where I am, I want to move you guys, have all the fun. Never done demo. Maryland showing. Yeah, sorry, bro. The Midwest, from what I've seen, the Midwest in the United States is the king of the car audio world. Besides Brazil, which has some really crazy shit going on, it's a different level and a different type of shit, but it's still the same shit. The Midwest in the United States is definitely the capital of the car audio community, as far as I know. And I don't live far. I live Farmington, Missouri. That's where Audio Dynamics is, right outside of Springfield. We got a couple of small companies. We got GP Car Audio right here in Springfield, Missouri. We got Kicker over there in Oklahoma, which is just a couple hours away. I mean, it's just all right here in this little area. We have got a lot of the big players in the car audio world. So, yeah, I mean, you need to move out here where the weather's always something. It's like it's whichever kind of weather you like, there's going to be that weather probably 2 or 3 times in the week. It don't matter what it is. We always have something happening in the sky. Yeah. And I think it's the base that causes it. Base tornadoes and all that stuff. Damn, 70s and 80s. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's been. That's what it's going to be. And we're going to get down. This weekend it's going to be nice. It's going to be like 75 and windy, which is brilliant here in Missouri. So Springfield, Car Audio, big show, Carmel Car Audio. You guys need to look it up. Google Carmel Car Audio. You get the address and just come right there and be there from like 10 to 6 or 10 to 4 or something like that. Be there about 10 in the morning and be ready. You'll see me there. I'll be there early and I'll be there late. So I'll be there all day plus some on both ends. If you guys want to meet up with me and check out the Tahoe, this is the first chance you're going to get to do it this season. But we're going to have a lot of shows. I'm just looking forward to meeting some people and to seeing all you guys possibly popping in. So if you got the ability to make the trip, this is the thing to do. It's going to be a really good show. There'll be a lot of good people there. Fuego said, what's the minimum SPL to be considered a bass head? Wow. I don't know, man. It's like, what's the minimum speed to be considered a race car? I think it's more. I think it's more the mentality. It's like what takes priority, right? Where are your priorities at? Would you rather eat or buy a subwoofer? If your answer is buy a subwoofer, then you're definitely a bass head. You see what I'm getting at there? It's kind of a thing. If the subwoofer takes priority over something that normal people would think is ridiculous, you're a bass head. That's how you figure it out, man. You might be a bass head. You just might be a bass head. Let's see here. Why does it always want to do that? Thank you. Bobby B said, fire. He's hollering at fuego. Jay Snipes says, Jerry. Yeah, he's here down too. Well, he's in the state. Jerry is, see, I'm in Springfield, which is, if that square right there was Springfield, Missouri, then I'm over here, right? I'm right in this area. Springfield, Missouri is right over here. Jerry is right about where my fingertip is. If this square was a state, that's where he's at in Missouri. He's right over there on the border, just about a third of the way up. Little rinky-dink town, which I guarantee you I could find his house because the town is so small. Just seeing anything around his house, and you know exactly where he lives. But yeah, he lives in the state, and I've been shooting him messages. If you guys have a connection to get a hold of him, let him know. He needs to hook up with us and get on over here and check out some of these shows because we have some really, really good shows. Not just big shows. They're not huge, but they're big. But the crowd is always very chill. And we specialize in a family-friendly atmosphere, so we maintain the minimum of foul language and music and whatnot. We keep it clean-ish. Not saying that it doesn't slip in a little here and there, but it's not like in your face constantly. We maintain a pretty chill show with lots of rolling thunder. So if you're not in the mood for bass, then you damn sure don't want to pull in the parking lot. We had this gas station. So where we're set up, there's 2 lanes, then a big median, and then 2 more lanes and another big old ditch. And then back out beyond that, like a quarter of a mile away, there's a gas station. We have had them call us and complain that their doors were rattling. Yeah. Of course, that was when Rusticles was over there playing. So Rusticles is loud, guys. Him and there's a lot. He's up in that low to mid 60 range. He's loud. When he does demos, everybody knows about it. You may not know where it's coming from, but you know some shit is happening somewhere. Let's see here. Yeah, Jerry ain't loud, man. I want to see him show up. Bobby B said, thoughts on excess power AGM batteries. Great batteries. Excellent batteries. I don't know that they're worth the cost of going up to get that excess power name on there. I'm going to guess and say that their manufacturer that's building their batteries probably builds the same batteries for other people and they just get a label. So there's probably that quality is to be found in other cells as well. Having said that, you will get the warranty and the backing of that large company with that specific goal. So that's a plus. But you're going to pay for the price to play with that big boy stuff. And I think a lot of it is the name and the company surrounding the battery, but not necessarily the equipment. So that's my thoughts. I mean, I don't want to dump on them because I can't. I think they're priced a little high for what you're getting. That's my opinion. Fuego said 120 dB, or no, it's not Fuego. Adrian said 120 dB. I don't think 120 dB is. Maybe. No, see, because that don't even work. What if you got your mids and highs crunk up so loud that 120 dB just blends in perfectly? That's not really a bass head. That's just someone who likes loud music. It's a mentality, man. I'm telling you, it's not a simple number. You can't put a number on that. It has to come out You have to give birth to it with your bass mama. Okay, you have to give birth to the subwoofer with your bass mama, and then you're there. All right, so that's how that works. Bobby said, "Don't send me a card. Send me money so I can get a new battery." Y'all, send him a card. Send him a card with big old hearts on it and flowers saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you." And that is so that way his wife can get them. And eventually, one of them's going to get to her and she'll be like, "What is this? What is this?" Oh, I love some Bobby B, y'all. All right. Team Chevy says, and now with that long finger, yeah. Arsenio Hall. Yeah, no, yeah, we ain't worried about spelling, man. Spelling is for people in school. I ain't in the damn school no more. So as long as I can read it, it's spelled perfectly. Absolutely correct, man. Arsenio Hall. Dude, I used to get into that shit. And he had the best bands and the best guests. Everybody was so pumped and energetic and just it was just a great freaking experience. He was a great interviewer too. Excellent host. Uh Fuego said, Adrian, I agree. What did he say, Adrian? Oh yeah, yeah, 120. Uh, I agree. Base heads may start out modest 120, but will always want more as cash. That's the other thing. Yeah, you're right. That little key piece at the end, more. Always want more. That right there is the quintessential line to define a bass head is it's not loud enough. It is not loud enough. That means that you are a bass head. I need more bass. Yeah. Damn Skippy. Jimmy Barrett, I wasn't impressed with the Banger 5K V2, and it was paired with a McMahon 400 amp alt. Really? Is that all you had to say about that? I haven't used the 5K V2, but I am familiar with it. And so I'd be wanting to know more about what you were doing. Here's the thing, you didn't give me enough information to really come onto that. So, are you trying to run 20,000 watts? Are you trying to run 30,000 watts? Maybe you got two of them and you're trying to run 100,000 watts. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what your wiring looks like. I don't know what the rest of your system looks like. There's so many holes in that. I would almost be willing to bet that you're just trying to troll. And if you're trying to troll, somebody's going to be kicking you out of the chat. But if you got anything to say, bring it on. Give me the rest of the info so we can discuss it. We can figure out why you weren't impressed. All good, brother. Not dumping on you, just saying. All right. DJ Ron and the mechanic. Hey, fam. What's up, DJ Ron? Let's see here. He said fame and fam. He's going to let everybody know. He's a famous fam. He's a famous family. Alabama DS said, hello. Jason, I think you might have to upgrade your electrical. I think if you, yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, if you have to upgrade your electrical, your bass head. That's probably one of the measuring sticks I would qualify it with. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I'll agree with that. Jay Snipes, if you got broke in your vehicle from bass equals bass head. Yeah. If your windows fell out and your windshield's busted and your doors won't open anymore or stay closed, if you have to put plastic over your window because your window mechanism broke and fell down in the door, yeah, all that kind of stuff definitely qualifies you as a bass head. But you can be a bass head and not have any of those problems also, so it's not 100% right. But yeah, I feel you. Anyone dynoing the Slapz 2K.4D, trying to decide if I want to grab one. 2K.4D. I don't know. If it's the one, hang on a second. I want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, okay, yes. All right, I can tell you that amplifier is It's the same line that I'm running, and that line is basically a clone of Sundown Audio SFB amps. So if you find the SFB 2K.4, it's going to dyno about the same as that. You can look up Sundown Unofficial. I think it's just called Unofficial now. I don't know. I think maybe he took the Sundown off. If you Google Sundown Unofficial, you'll make your way to his YouTube page. You probably dynoed that amp. So, like I said, these guys, the Slapz, this line is very much a clone, pretty much a clone of the SFB amps from Sundown Full Bridge amps. So there, yeah, it'll probably do its power. I would be willing to bet you it does its power. It's going to sound good too. They're good amps. Marcus, you know when you have bass when your mic on the phone while recording goes flat. Your mic on the phone while you're recording. Oh, whenever it starts to distort. Oh, absolutely. I use a trick when I record. When I'm thinking about it, is I take my phone, right, and then the mic is down here on this end. So I'll take my hand and I'll cup it around it like that, and so that I'm kind of covering up the mic mostly, and that helps a little bit in that crazy flatulent sound that we normally get whenever the bass is hitting real hard. Just kind of shields a little bit of those shock waves from it. It don't help all the time, and I don't always remember to do it, but sometimes I do. Bobby B said the excess power AGM is 340 for my Dodge Ram. Absolutely, not terrible bad. Not terrible bad. I ain't gonna say, like I said, I ain't saying it's a bad battery. As long as the price is okay, then you're going to be solid because they're really good. I have a feeling that I know who the manufacturer is, but I'm going to leave that out there because I don't want myself to be an idiot and say something I don't know. But yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, I think it's probably, I just guesstimate, and I think it should be less than 300, maybe a little bit more than that, but you're getting the backup, you're getting the support, you're getting the warranty, you're getting all that stuff that comes with that name. So, I mean, it ain't a bad thing. I just think you're paying a little more than what you're getting for the physical stuff. Dre Brown said, I got 2 excess power D34s and both went bad a couple of days ago. Had my Atom 9.5K going into protection when I turned the volume up and halfway tilt my bass soon as the lows hit hard. Okay. So the batteries died or went bad. You had an Atom 9.5. I have the Atom 9.5K over there on my shelf. It was going into protect. Okay, well, it's probably doing that because the voltage was dropping. When I turn it up and halfway tilt my bass soon as the lows hit. Okay, yeah. So you're saying that the batteries dropped out, the voltage dropped down, that caused your amp to go into protect. Whenever you were slamming, that's what I'm picking up from that. Here's the thing. Both batteries, okay, one battery being a manufacturer flaw or default could happen. Okay. I mean, it may be if you have good quality control, which I'm sure Excess Power has great quality control, like extremely good quality control, but you're not going to have it happen as often. But still, you could have one every now and again slip through that's not up to snuff. Maybe has an internal short or something. On the other hand, having 2 in the same setup that both crap out at once, not likely. It's like almost non-existent. The probability of both of those batteries taking a crap on you at the same time, there's a good chance that the problem lies somewhere else. The batteries were just the thing that took the brunt of the problem, and so you immediately jump to the batteries because their voltage is probably really low because maybe your alternator stopped charging, maybe the alternator power wire has a short in it, or it's loose, or it's got a bad connection. Maybe the signal wire to turn on your alternator has a loose connection. Whenever you're dropping the hammer on stuff, you shake everything. If anything's a little bit loose, it might just decide to stick in the open position, and then your alternator's pumping power into the batteries, stops. then the batteries are having to take the load. And then when you turn it back down, whatever reason, the alternator reconnects and it's working fine again. That kind of crap happens in a base vehicle. The odds of both batteries taking a crap because they were bad or because they were defective is almost non-existent. Okay. So odds are the problem lies elsewhere. Just saying. I don't know where, but in that whole line of crap I said, it's probably a little piece of something in there that you can use to trace down where the problem went bad. It's a good possibility. Let's see what else we got going on here. Franco Quaid. My dad seen me watching your show and said, how is that there's that much stuff to talk about bass stuff? I probably read that wrong, but you said stuff and bass. I'm good. I understood that one. Yeah, man, I know, right? It's like the thing about it is bass as a concept is real simple. It's just, right? But it's getting there and getting it louder. That's the hard part. There's so much science, engineering, artisticness, creativeness, constructiveness. There's building, there's electrical, there's framing, there's wood, there's material work, there's all kinds of shit. Design, and there's so much stuff that goes into elevating the bass because the further up you go, the more you have to build. It's like an upside down Christmas tree. Getting a little bit of bass is easy. It's right at the bottom. And as it gets up, as it goes up in sound, it gets wider and wider. The support structure to handle that just gets bigger and bigger. And there's so many different fields involved in that. Dude, it's crazy. So yeah, there's tons of stuff to talk about bass. If you're wondering that very thing yourself, yeah, the subject matter is just extremely deep. It's like the same people that are discussing how to build a submarine that doesn't leak are some of the same people that will be building base vehicles. The same technology, the same way of thinking works in that. The same people that design dirigibles, blimps. The same discussions could be had for base vehicles. Acoustic engineers that design rooms to have no echo and all that. All these different fields can just get in around and discuss that one thing because it's so much stuff in common. It's a really complicated and intricate and interesting subject, believe it or not. If you understand, you understand. You guys all get it. You all get it because it's just so much. It's so much more than just clicking on the radio and turning it back off. Man, there's so much more. SW140 said, any brand recommendations on a shallow 12 DVC 4 ohm single sub? Absolutely. The JL Audio thin sub, the 12, is it the 3? There's a 3 and a 5. Depending on what you got, 500 watts, I'd go with the 5. Somebody will chime in and chat and clear me up. But it's the T5, TW5, JL Audio TW512. That's my recommendation. And I 100% stand behind that without any thoughts of anything else. And I have zero relations with JL Audio. Okay? That's the subwoofer. It's just it. If you're looking for thin, 500 watts, and you want sound quality, there ain't nothing else that gets close to that subwoofer at any price on anybody's shelf. Marcus said, thanks for that trick. You're welcome. I don't remember what I did, but thank you. DM when you think who you think it. Oh, I got you. All right. I will talk about it. Dre Brown. You can get a D3 400 for $139. I don't know what we're talking about. Probably that amplifier question. D3100s are legit. Dre, how old were they? How old, Dre? We go back to Dre again. See, that when you have a conversation, sometimes I have to chase. Oh, yeah, there you go. talking about the batteries. Okay. Uh, yeah. Again, I don't think it was the battery's fault. Two things failing at the same time, doing the same job at that quality, I just don't see it happening. It's not likely. It'd be like getting on a plane crashing, you living, getting picked up, and then put on a different plane, and then that plane crashing, and then you living. That's how crazy that would be. Um, let's see here. Go on down. Here's somebody. What we got going on here? Red pill. Uh, yeah, I would take the red pill because red's more fun than blue. East Penn Manufacturing makes great AGMs. Look into Deca, Intimidator, and the Duracells at the Batteries Plus, made by the same company. Yeah, I actually am a fan of Interstate, guys. I've had great luck with Interstate AGMs. For being a truck driver, I've run so many Interstate AGMs. And here's something interesting, okay? I want y'all to ponder this. A trucking company, its lifeblood is the trucks moving, right? And they also want to save money because they're doing 1,000 trucks. That's a lot of batteries. My trucking company and most of the other ones I know, they all religiously use Interstate AGMs. And they're not the cheapest. They're not the most expensive, but they're not the cheapest one out there. There's reasons, right? There's reasons. Why do these companies insist upon using a fairly expensive AGM specific battery for all their fleet? Just saying. And I had to buy them over and over again because I was a lease driver. I was buying batteries. I had to buy them in sets. It's not cheap. Them big old truck batteries are not cheap. Uh, buy a set of 4 big old batteries and have them put on. Good times all around. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Interstate batteries. If we're just being real, if you're talking about the equipment, not trying to get a specific name or a look, you just want something that does the thing reliably, that's kind of what I want to shoot for if I'm going to go that route. That's what I'm running in my Tahoe, by the way, on the front. Dre Brown said they went crank up my vehicle after I charge them. Voltage floats at 12.8, that's normal, and 8.7. And I rebuild my grounds, check fuses, all the connections. They won't crank up the vehicle after I charge them, and the voltage floats. Well, the batteries may be broken at some point now. What I'm saying is, though, did they fail on their own, or did something else break them? Like it was, potentially the alternator, like I said, losing connection and not charging them for a length of time, and they just got drained. But I can't imagine just 1 or 2 or 3 or 9 or 12 drainings killing them completely. But if they're sitting and floating at 12.8 and 8.7, that's perfectly fine. That's actually pretty high for a battery to float, for a 12 volt to float. That's on the higher side. That's like a brand new battery, where it would float at. So if it's not cranking your vehicle after that, I'd be checking the power wire going to your starter, all the different wires, grounds. Make sure your ground is still there that goes from the alternator to the body or to the engine block, and engine block to the body. Make sure your grounds are there, because just because your ground running from your amplifier to your battery is okay. And maybe, because see, that's the thing. The ground has to get from the alternator to the battery. And how does it do that? The power wire doesn't do it. It goes to the block, and then the block has a little strap or cable that goes over to the body, and they may have a wire coming off the block. There's multiple paths that have to be taken to get from point A to point B. Same thing with your starter. Your starter gets its ground from the engine block. If your battery's ground going to the engine block is sacrificed, even though it may be fine elsewhere, if the ground going to the block is weak and it's trying to pull ground through the through the body and around that way, it's not going to want to start the vehicle. The first thing I would be doing is looking at grounds, the original car grounds on the engine to the frame, engine to the body, engine to the battery to the body, all that stuff. I'd be looking at all that. I think you got a ground issue. That's my guess. That's my first guess. 5 years. Dre Brown said 5 years. We go back. All right, I've lost it. I don't know. Okay, Dre, you need to do a load test. Yeah, fair, and I would agree with that. But just going by the ridiculous amount of voltage that you're sitting at right now, I say they're probably okay. You got a ground problem. Um, if the voltage doesn't bounce back quickly, then they're bad. Also, a bad starter or wiring. Yes, exactly. And living loud with Andy is in the house. Holy crap! What is going on, Andy? How are you today? We dropping tacos, and I don't even have tacos.
Tacos on deck, I'm cashing my checks. Flavor effects, I'm ripping these flicks. Tacos on deck, I'm cashing my checks. Flavor effects, I'm ripping these flicks.
I never get to use the taco, guys. Andy stepping up with a $19.99 pledge. Holy crap, Andy. Thank you so much. I love that AI music cap. Oh, you're digging it, are you? See, there's things. Now, if you want to know how to do all the cool stuff with it, besides the little basic stuff, you're going to have to contact me. I can tell you about tons of cool stuff that you can do with it. During my spare time, happy Tuesday. Appreciate the holding down of the fort. Yeah, baby, we're looking at it, we're talking it, we're kicking it, and we're basing it all up in the house. I don't have any kicker in here, but you know, I kick on. I kick on in spirit. Okay, we're spirit. We're going to kick on in spirit. And thank you for showing up for the live show. Living Out with Andy, guys. I am doing this show specifically tonight to cover Andy. He's not doing it. He's going to be back up and going Friday. We found that out on the last show. He's going to be back up Friday. You guys get over there, check out Living Out with Andy. Give him a subscribe, watch it. Great stuff. Great stuff. All right, let's see. Andy said, hey, Frank's hollering at everybody, and everybody's hollering at Andy, and it's Andy. Jason said, oh, man, AGM typically only lasts 5 years. Lead acid about 3 years. But both of those numbers can be completely different, too. I've seen lead acid and AGM last for tons of years, like 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And I've seen it die after a couple. So, but you're right. That's about the right number for the average stuff. Living Loud with Andy. Everybody's hollering Andy. Andy's in the house. Andy is in the house. Andy said Taco Tuesdays. Yeah, baby. You get it. The only one that got it.
Tacos on deck, I'm cashing my checks. Flavor effects, I'm ripping these flicks. Tacos on deck, I'm cashing my checks. Flavor effects, I'm ripping these flicks.
Oh, man. So, guys, we got another subject we're going to talk about tonight because you guys have been hitting me up, and I appreciate the questions so much. Your guys' input, pulling information out of me and sharing information with each other and with me is what this is all about. Understand that. This stuff that I do that's around me right now, this is a means to the end, okay? These names, these companies, this is a means to the end. I chose these brands because they're good brands. They represent their particular part of the market very, very well. They offer a good budget alternative to expensive gear. They give you a lot for what you're paying for it. They are represented well. Their customer service is good. I chose all of this because of that. However, they are a means to the end. They are what keeps the show going. Okay? this means to an end. The end is being able to hang out with you guys and talk about and learn and teach each other and experiment and discuss and understand things that we're interested in and carrying it deeper and getting our knowledge deeper into that pool. So I very much appreciate your guys' interaction with me in the show and with each other. Okay, that's what makes this show. I would not do a show without people in the chat. I wouldn't do it. It just wouldn't be interesting to me. I couldn't. I don't want to speak. Just make a speech. I want to discuss, and that's the whole point. So yeah, and thank you again for Andy for that big old fat tip. It's good times. You know what? I don't have y'all up here. Let me put y'all up here. Where'd my little button go? Hot, bam! There you are. Um, let's see here. Franco Equator, Urban Kickers headquarters. I really want to go. I want to go see the Wall of Boom, and I want to go see the old school stuff, and I want to go to their department and look at all the stuff that they're designing and building. All of these things are very, very fascinating to me. Um, I want to meet some of these people that know so much more than I do and pick their brains. I want to sit outside on the sidewalk and talk to somebody for 2 or 3 hours about how subwoofers are designed. You know what types of materials can change different metrics about the subwoofer and different perimeters about it, and how the shape of the surround can change the functionality of it. I want to have these discussions with these people who are so much more intelligent than I am and more knowledgeable in this department than I am. I want to learn, absorb, and soak up as much information as I can from people that have it to give. So yes, I would absolutely love to go out there. Just haven't done it yet. Um, that's my jam, baby. Andy says, smash it, smash the like. The like helps me, guys. It really helps. The like is important. That gives YouTube a reason to promote the video. The more likes it gets, the more it gets promoted. The more it gets promoted, the more people show up for the streams, the more information you guys get to absorb, the more stuff you get to see, and the more entertainment you get. It's as simple as clicking a little button. You like this content, you wouldn't be sitting here watching it if you didn't. So smash the damn button. What are you waiting for? That's how I'm rolling, right? Uh, Taco, jeez. Team Chevy said, I like the taco swag. Yeah, baby. Tacos on deck, catching the chicks, catching that chick. I love it, man. I love it. I had to put that together. That's all created by me. That song is AI, by the way. My intro song and my exit songs, all the songs that you guys hear on this show, it's all AI. Every single bit. I wrote the lyrics for it myself, but all the vocals and the music is all AI. Wrap your head around that shit. Um, Now, next time you hear it, you're going to be like, no, yeah. Are you going to be able to get some Slapz 12 mid bass? I'm getting to that. You jumped ahead. You did. J Dog, you just jumped all the way ahead. I should have skipped your comment for now. I've been trying to get to that, but y'all been wrapping me up. Andy shows up, throwing money in there like a crazy person. Had to give him the tacos, talk about that and this and then the batteries and all the stuff. But I had a thing. Guys, hold on. Hold the hell on. We're going to break into this. This website is getting completely redone. So don't pay no mind to this jacked up thing going on right now. But what I want you to pay attention to is Scars Audio, Slapz Audio, Pro Audio, Mid Bass, and Tweeters. Guys, look at this. Look at this. We got tweeters, super tweeters over here. Got the 6.5s, got the 5 1/4, 6.5s, 8 inches, and Pro 10 inches. Then down here, we got the Pro mids, Pro 10-inch mids, and then the Pro mid bass, this big boy here with the Kevlar looking cone. I haven't read up on it yet. But I got 4 of these coming right here, the 6.5s. And I got 4 of the super tweeters coming. They're going to be going in the doors. making them mids and highs jam and the guitars scream and everybody happy and freaking out, old ladies. But the point is, the whole lineup is covered, guys. They're all in stock. So if you've been looking for good pro audio stuff with crazy good prices, I mean these five and a halves are $54 a pair. These 6.5s are $60 a pair. $60 a pair. These are about normal, about the average price of $29. But the point is, the prices are great. So you can get the Pro Street 10s for $74. You know, these big boys here, $149, but there's a lot of speaker there. The prices are great. The quality is great. I mean, let's take a look at this. Let me show you. This is 6.5 I'm getting right here. This is the 6.5. These are $60 a pair. Look at this. Look at this. Look, just look at it. Would you look at it? Just keep looking at it. We're going, look at it. That's not cheap. That's not some cheap little piece of crap speaker. That is a nice driver. $60 a pair, guys. And if you use my coupon code, it knocks a 10% off of that. So that'd be $54 a pair. I mean, it don't get no better than that. And they are in stock right now, ready to be sucked up and put into your build and gotten all sorts of nasty with. Guys, that's what we wanted to talk about tonight. See, I told you there was something coming. I was just slacking. Yeah, 4-inch coil on a 12-inch mid bass. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Check it the hell out. Go look yourself. Dig it up. It's ready to go. He's got stacks of them everywhere. They're all fully in stock and ready to go. Ship them out. And I'm trying to work with him to create some grills. I want to create a grill that has, here's my idea. Y'all can chime in what you think about this. But the Slapz logo, if you look up in the corner up there by the chat up there, it doesn't really lend itself to being something you can make a grill out of. However, playing off the Z in Slapz, a Z, right, with the Slapz logo in the middle section of the Z, a Z on a ring would be a really cool grill to go over those Slapz. I think that would be the cleanest look and offer the best finish to have like a grill to fit on the 6.5, 8s and 10s, 12s, whatever, at least the 6.5 and 8s, which are the ones that are most likely to be in the locations to get a, big old fat leg stuck in one. But yeah, if you're looking at $60 a pair, if somebody destroys one, you're not really out much, man. You could order several extra pairs and just keep throwing them in. It's not that much, But yeah, they're serious, man. Exactly. Jerry Jones said those look way nicer than the DSA 2 6.5s I haven't. See, I'm telling you guys, Slapz is bringing the shit to the market, bringing the low dollar, big value stuff to the people that want to really get what they're paying for. You know what I'm saying? The people that want to get what they're paying for. You're not just throwing money in it because it has a name. You're buying something because it is the best product for the job and the best value for your money. That's what I'm all about. Okay? I have a whole plethora of stuff. And all of my stuff has that mindset to it. What can I get for the money? Not what's the cheapest thing, but what can I get for the money? What's the best I can get for the money? Where do I want to put that balancing point at? That's everything to me. I don't know. Most of you guys think the same way. I mean, you may be stuck on brands here and there, but at the same time, you're like, man, I can get this for that price, or I can get this for twice as much, and this looks like the same basic thing. Yeah, it is. Here's the thing. Usually you sacrifice customer service and warranties and all that stuff. Not with Slapz. Hell no. Dude hooks them up. He's taking care of people. I've talked to many people that have equipment that had an issue here and there. He's come back and just jumped in there and said, here's new stuff. Just jumped right on it and fixed the problem immediately, really quick. And so he's shown to me that he takes care of his customers. That's all I got to see. You know what I'm saying? Every time I have anything to come up that I need questions about, I hit him up in the messenger, and he comes back to me within minutes, giving me an answer. The man's on top of his stuff. So, yeah, good times all around. Guys, does anybody have any more questions for me tonight? Oh, what is my code? Team Chevy said, what is my code again? My code is CAE for almost everything everywhere. The only difference is at Trucked Under Lithium, it's CAE 10. Everywhere else, it's CAE. B2 Audio, Big Jeff Audio, CustomSpeakerPods.com, Slapz, everybody except Trucked Under Lithium, where it's CAE 10. CAE, baby. Based on budget. Yeah, that's my whole mentality. Bobby said, Andy. He's living loud with Andy. Andy. Hell yeah. For now, guys, one more time. AI.
Are we gonna ride or not? 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 In my jacked up truck, I'm moving slow. Speakers booming, y'all already know. Mud on the tires, feeling alive, cause the roads at night, the southern vibe. Looking out the window, fields in sight. My boots on the pedal, driving all night. Are we gonna ride or not? 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 Stars above with the moonlight glow. Country chill, riding down this road.